This video will highlight a couple of particular websites that are going to be really helpful for your health policy assignment. So again, we're using the Nursing 336 course guide, which has links to these websites that we're going to talk about right now, as well as lots of other websites that might be useful for you. So one type of information that you might need to find for this assignment is demographics. So when you're trying to get a sense of who lives in the community that you're studying. So you can go to the Stats and Demographics page of this guide. And the go-to place to find demographic data in the United States is American Fact Finder, which has information from the US Census and the American Community Survey. So if you click on American Fact Finder, it will bring you to a place where you can search by state, county, city, town, or zip code. So you really have lots of options about what level you want the data at. So let's search for 02115, which is the zip code for Simmons. And we'll see an overview of demographic information for this zip code. So you'll see it will show information from the 2010 census because that's the census that was done most recently. The next one will be done in 2020. And in between census years, there's also the American Community Survey that's done that collects some similar information, but it's a little bit more brief. So if you're looking for more recent information, then you probably want to try the American Community Survey first. And if you don't find what you're looking for there, then you can try to look for some numbers in the census. That might be the closest you can get. So when you go into the American Community Survey, you'll be able to see information about the breakdown of people who live in this zip code by age, race, citizen and voting age. So there's some general information here that might be useful for you. You can also go back. And there's also some information about demographics that relate to these particular topics. You'll notice that health is not one of them because the census and the American Community Survey don't collect a lot of information about people's health, but you can at least get a sense of who lives in your community and some information about who they are. Another website that I want to highlight is this County Health Rankings. So this is a place where you can find some health-specific data. So again, I'm going to scroll down, and in this case, you can only look by county. It doesn't give you the option to do by state or by zip code or anything like that. So let's put in Suffolk County, Massachusetts, which is where Simmons is. So you can see how Suffolk County ranks compared to other counties in Massachusetts and other counties in the United States on a number of health outcomes. So you won't be able to find every health outcome here, but there are some major ones. So you can scroll down. And then let's take a closer look at the percentage of people in the county who are uninsured. So you can see on this map visually how Suffolk County compares to other counties in Massachusetts. You can look at the specific data for different counties in Massachusetts. There's more specific information about where these rankings and this data comes from in the description and the data source. And then one thing that might be useful for this assignment in particular is this policies section. So this highlights some policies and programs that have been implemented in different places in the United States to try to address some of these health concerns. And you'll notice it mentions that certain ones are scientifically supported, so there's some evidence behind these initiatives to suggest that they're effective. And then as you go down, there are some programs that have some evidence on their side, and you can take a look at even more options. So if you're still trying to figure out a policy or a program that addresses your topic and you haven't been able to find one in your background reading, then this might be a really good place to come and get some ideas. So again, this is in the County Health Rankings site, which is linked on the Statistics and Demographics page. If you go to the policy information page of this guide, then you can also go to this What Works for Health. So this can be especially useful if you're on the County Health Rankings page and you don't see a health outcome highlighted that is really useful for your topic. You can search by different topics to see if there are any programs or policies that address your topic. So this is the same County Health Rankings site. This is just a way to search by topic rather than by county. So for example, we can search for maternal mortality and just see if there's anything that is relevant. And we got 12 results here. So there are some programs and policies that that have been suggested to help address maternal mortality in the United States. Once again, this is the County Health Rankings website, and the place where you can look up policies and programs by topic is on the policy information page. It's called What Works for Health. And then back on the Getting Started page, there's one other website that can be particularly useful when you're looking for examples of programs and policies, and that's this Healthy People website. So if we just do a search for maternal mortality, there are a few different options here, but we can just use the general one. And one of the tabs, so it gives you an overview here. So again, you can collect some of that background information and start adding some key terms to your list. But there's also this tab, Interventions and Resources. So these are all interventions or resources that address this topic in particular. So this might be another place that you can come and get an idea for some action projects. So there are lots of other useful websites on this guide, but I wanted to highlight those in particular. So I would suggest that you come and take a look at this guide and check out some of the other links as well.